Can you give us an example?
Oh, I was going to my own birthday party with my best friend Sarah. She had like a green, like flowy suit on, and I had an orange flowy suit on, and we had these bras, these like bandeau white bras that were like peeking through.
Sure.
We looked like Dumb and Dumber. Like that was the vibe we were going for. Do you
Right.
remember like the colored suits that they have on?
Yes.
That was our vibe. We just made it more like chic. My ex-boyfriend had a temper tantrum when I walked out in front of my family. And he was like, "Are you wearing that?" And then we got into a fight at my birthday party.
Perfect.
And they all started taking pictures of us like fighting.
Jealous people will show up to an event that's important to you and ruin your night.
Oh my God. I have another one about it.
Okay. Welcome back to the Yvette Show. I'm Yvette. Oh my God. I'm Yvette. Anyway, I'm so excited for you to be here. I'm excited to be here. I thought I was anemic this week. I'm not. I'm just a girl. Actually, funny story. I came in here 2 days ago in an absolute panic, fully cried in front of sweet Jessie, our producer, who is behind the camera right now. And I said, I feel really tired and my head hurts and I'm so upset. And he goes, isn't that just being a girl? And he was right. So anyway, that's what my week has been like. I feel better today. Thanks for asking. I might just have a lingering UTI. And that's something that you didn't need to know. And now you do. And now you do. And that's just like a nice little thing that we have as you and me podcast listener, consumer. Anyway, today's topic has nothing to do with UTIs, but it does have to do with men, as they often do. Today, we're going to be talking about jealous babies, which actually our guest today has coined this term in her new song, Jealous Baby. And the reason that I want to talk about this today and also with her is because it is a phenomenon that I have talked to my beautiful, gorgeous, perfect friend, Fia James. You know her, you love her. We talked about this so long before the song even dropped. So I feel like very close to the material. But it's this rite of passage, I think, that every girl goes through in her 20s, where you date a guy that straight up hates you. And it's so funny because I'm like, I don't know that girls do that as much. Where like, I think girls get a little bit more like blinded by the light and they're like, he can do no wrong. And then boys will be like, yeah, I mean, I hate her, but I would never like admit it to myself. I think because they just like want to hit or something. I don't know. But it's basically this concept of like men, when they are insecure, okay? I will say this over and over again in every possible way. The most dangerous thing a man can be is insecure. Because what men do is they like externalize their insecurities, because men weren't taught that like they were wrong. We were taught that the world was wrong, and women were taught that they were wrong. So like men are insecure and they're like, well, you're the problem and I'm going to punch a wall. And women are like, ugh, I hate my body. I'm going to get an eating disorder. Or like, you're mean to me. I'm going to get an eating disorder. That's more like it. That's the one I have. Anyway, when I was in my early actually every boyfriend I've ever had until now hated me and was jealous of me in hindsight. You don't realize it at the time, but like so my longest relationship was with this guy who would call me about every 3 weeks. We were so toxic. It was like hilariously toxic to the point where like I was in the relationship and we did it for like a year. I was in the relationship and I would literally look at my roommate who was like party to all of it. She was just watching this whole thing unfold. I'd be like, am I in a toxic relationship? And she was like, you are doing great. And I was like, okay, so like we all knew what was going on. But anyway, he would like call me and be like, I hate your personality in so many words. And then I would be like, wait, it sounds like you straight up like don't like me. And then he'd be like, no, I love you. So that's just like kind of a mind fuck. But I did get really skinny in that relationship. Sorry, I keep doing this. My eating disorder is just like always showing. Ladies, we're healed now. Okay? You got to fight these urges. And it's not you, it's him. Okay, just remember that. It's not you, it's him. Anyway, so that was an interesting entry point into the dating sphere. But I remember there was one time specifically, like, it's so funny when you realize that a man like actually is like super jealous of you and hates your ass, because like also the more successful that you get as a woman, it just like shines a light on all the insecurities of the men around you, because then they go, "Oh my god, she's successful. I suck. Wait, I hate her. But she's hot. So I don't know. I'm supposed to love her." It's just like a weird, they just don't understand themselves very well. But anyway, so when I first started posting online, I started dating a guy at the exact same time as I started like posting online. And when I started dating him, he was also a comedian, brag, and he's also funny. And I will give you your flowers. You know who you are. But okay, so we started dating. I had just been fired from my job and I had 1,000 followers like across all platforms. Like I had no money, I had nothing. I literally was at the bottom of my life. It didn't feel like that though, because I was in a new relationship and that was electric. But um but basically, so like, but he started dating me when like I had nothing. So he was like killing it. He was a bartender. That's amazing. Which by the way is amazing. If you like your job, he didn't like his job. So he kind of, which I realized over time, he was like actually super unsatisfied with his life and then was looking at me doing things and chasing my dreams. And he was like, "Well, I hate you." But I didn't know that until I started like getting some traction online over like the 3 months of our relationship. By the way, that was how long the relationship was. It was exactly 3 months, which is so embarrassing to even call a relationship, but hey, it was. And so I remember we were out one time at a bar with our friends and I had just started like going viral consistently. And I was like getting some followers and like things were going well. And I was like in like panic mode, just like posting, posting, posting. And so like any success was like, it was just like all happening. The internet moves really fast and it was amazing. It was electric. I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I go to this bar with him and I walk away from him to like go to the bathroom or get a drink or something. And these girls stop me and they're like, "Oh my God, are you Yvette? Like, we love you." And that was like the first time I'd ever been recognized from the internet. And I was like, "Oh my God, I love you." And which I still do, by the way. And it was amazing. And I was like, I can't believe it. Like, people know who I am. They like my stuff. They remember me. And like, and they're like, "You're so funny." I was like, "Oh my God." Yeah. So it was incredible. It was incredible. A career highlight. I walk back to my boyfriend. I go, "You'll never believe this. These girls just recognized me." And he goes, "Yeah, of course they did." You hate me. You hate me. Oh my God. You hate me. And then he broke up with me shortly thereafter, after telling me that he wanted to come to my family's Thanksgiving. And then he was like, "Just kidding. I can't go. And how dare you invite me?" I was like, "It was your idea, but all good, brother." Anyway, so that was my first entry point into that. But actually, no, that was the second guy. But then, okay. And then last year, I was talking to this guy who never even wanted to date me because his perception of me was that I was more successful than him, even though I actually don't think that that's true. Like, I think there's so many different ways to measure success. But in his eyes, it became clear to me that he thought that I was more successful than him. And so he never wanted to date me, even though he knew that I was secretly in love with him, but we were just best friends. Classic. And so I remember there was one time we were talking because we would just talk, because we never kissed. And so that was all we had. And he was dating somebody else and sort of emotionally cheating on her with me. It happens. Anyway, which I didn't really know the extent of. And I was also in denial. So it's my fault, but it's not my fault. I take some responsibility, but not all. And in hindsight, I would never do that again. But at the time, I didn't know. Okay. So I'm sorry. Forgive me. But I remember we were talking about it once and he was like, "Yeah, girls would like never date a guy who's more successful than, or who's less successful than them. Like a girl would never date down, quote unquote down." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because like personality is the thing that matters. What about the love? And he was like, "No, I just like don't think that girls would ever even like entertain that thought." And then in hindsight, also, it became so clear to me that's how he thought about me. He was like, "Well, I'm never gonna." Anyway, and then he tried to ruin my life a little bit in a different way. He just like told me he was in love with me. And then I was like, "I love you too." And then he was like, "We can't be together." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "What?" And then we didn't. And then we never did. And then we never kissed. We never anything. And then I had to go through a breakup of nothing. Do you know how much of a mind fuck that is to break up with someone you never kissed? It was like a friend breakup, but like romantic in nature. And I had to like grieve that. And then I like had totally lost myself too. So that's the other thing, is that when you date a guy who's jealous of you, and secretly wants to be you, because they'll never admit that to themselves or you, you have to like they will like sort of leech as much as they can from you, like emotionally, physically. And I genuinely by the end of that, like looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, who is that? I like truly mean that. I would look in the mirror and be like, I don't recognize myself. What? And I was like in therapy, and my therapist was like, well, yeah, you're getting rejected every single day by the same guy. And I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? That's what she meant. She meant what she said. And she was right. Be wary of these things, ladies. This can also happen with female friendships. Like, I mean, in any friendship, like jealousy is like a huge, scary thing we sort of touched on the pod. Comparison is the thief of joy and whatnot. But I think that the way that men do it in romantic style relationships is very crazy. And it's happened to a bunch of my friends too, where they like you can't celebrate your wins with your partner, which is like, huh. I will say though, I think I've mentioned this before, but so like my current relationship with my boyfriend, who I love to talk about because he's nice. He got me flowers today. He gets me flowers every time I go through a mental breakdown, and so I get a lot of flowers. He's the first person I've dated that is like objectively more successful than me in a lot of ways. And when we first started dating, can I just say, that was challenging for me. I had like a lot to deal with internally. I was like, but the difference is I never externalized it, okay? Internally, I was like, wow, am I not doing enough? Like I'm not. And then I went, okay, how do I do more? And it was challenging and it was not fun for a second, but it was also weird because I was like, but I'm obsessed with this guy, and and I could tell that like what I was doing was to myself. It had nothing to do with him, because he was like having all of these amazing successes and still is like, so I was looking at myself and I was like, wait, am I having those things? Like, and if I want those things, how do I get those things? And I wasn't sure at the beginning. So then when that was happening to me, I was like, oh, it's all clicking. Like I'm my exes. Like I was like, I'm the boy. I'm being the boy. But then I said, no. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, no, you deserve happiness. And then now it doesn't feel like that anymore, because I figured out how to define my own success and be successful on my own and work really hard to get what I wanted. Yeah. And work correctly instead of just working hard. That's the other thing about working hard. No one tells you this. This is sort of a divergence, but people are like, I'm working so hard. I'm working so hard. It's not just about working hard. It's like it's working right. Like you have to figure out what the right thing is to work on so you can get to the next thing. And that's really hard, figuring out what the right thing is to put your effort behind. Because it's easy to put your effort behind the wrong thing. That's all to say that anyone can be a jealous baby, including me. But check yourself. Remember that you do deserve happiness. That's the other thing about like these guys is I'm like, you don't want to be happy. Like you don't want to date. Do you want to date someone that sucks a little bit? Is that what would make you happy? Or are you just miserable in general? Like that's the crazy part. I'm like, okay, so you think I'm too successful for you. Fine. That's crazy, first of all. But second of all, so what's the alternative? Like you want to date like a boring sex doll? Maybe. Is that what you want? Sir, look at yourself in the mirror. Is that what you want? You want your wife to just be like, la 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 la. That's your wife. Find someone you can talk to. Because I'm talking about like, I mean, my exes, like, for whatever it's worth, they were funny. Were they totally inept? Sure. But I liked them. And they all had huge penises, except for the one that I didn't see ever because, again, we didn't kiss or touch. And one time we shared a room after we told each other we were in love, and then we didn't do anything. And then we stayed in a hotel room together and then watched all of The Godfather, which is a 3-hour movie. My idea, by the way. I'm toxic and insane. And didn't look at each other. And he sat in like a chair and I sat in the bed. And we had 2 beds, but he like sat in a chair, whatever. And so he was like in front of me in my eye line, but like not next to me. And I was just like, I'm in hell. Like I'm in hell. This is crazy, right? And you know what? You live and you learn and you wish each other the best. And I do wish him the best. Remember that. Anyway, that's Jealous Babies. That's my top level cursory understanding of it. And I'm very excited to bring on the expert of the Jealous Baby, Fia James. And she and I are going to get into it. Because she gives great advice too, actually, about this. And whenever I feel anything, I call her. Because I'm a nightmare and she's less. She's pretty good about stuff like that. Anyway, let's go. Oh, wait, I didn't even say who Fia is because I assumed you all know, because you do know. But Fia James is an incredible, hilarious internet lady. And you might not know this, but you probably do know this by now. She just came out with a new EP, and she's an unbelievable singer-songwriter. The music that she has put out has moved me to tears and to joy and to laughter. And she's incredible, and I'm so excited she's on here. And if you don't listen to her album right now, I'm gonna remind you. Anyway, listen to Batman, that's my favorite one. But Jealous Babies is also a banger. But all of them are amazing. Okay, anyway, so excited to talk to Fia. Yay, let's get into it. Welcome, Fia James, to the podcast. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling tired, but I'm feeling really fun and goofy and great.
That's great. And that's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Do you want to give a little background on how we know each other?
How we know each other, how we slept together,
our history,
how we were married at one point. We go way back. We go back to the trenches together.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we have gone through the trenches
deeply
together.
There was one time I looked at you and I went, I'm really sorry for the past year, for who I was this whole year. And then you went, I'm sorry for who I was the year before.
Yeah. And it works. That's what friendship is. It's just, it's a merry-go-round of apologies of our own self. Doubts.
It's
and
just
such.
Right. But that is also,
I mean, we were both down bad.
We kind of had this same
year after year with each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you were watching me go through essentially exactly what you went through. I mean, it was different, but like a similar personality type on the other side of it. And so then, and you were like, you were like healing from it. And you were like watching me like tear open the wound.
It's just, again, it's the rite of passage.
It's just
we all must do it.
Well, so that's actually a perfect segue into our topic today.
Oh my God.
You invented in my mind. But it is so relevant, and it is the concept of the jealous baby.
The jealous baby.
And specifically, like dating a guy who hates you.
Dating a guy who hates you and is, in fact, a jealous baby.
Yeah, or who like won't date you because they're so jealous of you that they can't.
Right. I do think that, you know, people may hear that and they're like, well, you're not that great. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. It's not even that. It's the fact that somebody can't form emotional intelligence around their feelings, like of the jealousy.
Right.
It's just,
and they'll pick anything to be jealous of.
Oh my God, yeah.
And you always can. There's always something to be jealous of.
It's a pick and choose.
Yeah.
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 It's but it is funny because I feel like once I wrote that song, I was like, wait a second, do we have a coin here?
A coin?
Yeah, like I'll coin it. I didn't use it in the right way. But I'm gonna say, did we have a coin?
Here's
here?
a coin. I'm like, what? No, I think you coined the term. I think so. Because I feel like I haven't really heard it discussed outside of you, but like you and we discussed it a lot.
Yeah.
Because we were both like dealing with it. And I was like, and it's so hard to like pin down when you're dealing with it too, because you're like, why is he being mean to me? Like, is he jealous? And then you're like, but you don't want to admit like that guy's jealous of me because that sounds so conceited, to your point.
It does. That's the thing. It's like, I don't want to come off like I'm cocky about it.
Right. But it's like, it's not really even that. It's just that they are feeling that way.
So true.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I found out that one of them.
Yeah.
To be fair, all of my
JB
exes,
number 1 or 2.
I think number 2, technically 3, if you could count all of the whatever.
It's like that meme where like I'm doing the math in my head.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like all the
trying
equations above me. Yeah.
Well, one time I met someone who was like, I know your best friend's ex. I'm best friends with your best friend's ex.
Hold
what I'm
on,
saying?
let me do the math.
To me. And then I was like,
I'm best
well,
friends with your best friend. Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I literally go, I know all of her exes. Who the fuck are you friends with? And then it was not the worst one, but like the funniest
One of the bad
one.
ones.
One of
Wait,
the bad
was it the
ones.
bad one with like the G?
Yeah.
Got it.
Can we say? No.
No, my boyfriend's
Sorry.
family watches this. Can't be doing
We have to
that.
be respectful of the boyfriend's family.
Yeah.
See, that's actually a dynamic that I am now new to, where I'm like,
Welcome to the
No,
club.
It actually is like a lot of pressure because I'm like, I know what my family is like, and like I can talk about the inside of my asshole, and they're like, oh, Yvette. But like, but then I'm like, I don't know them like that,
And they don't know your asshole like that either.
and they don't, and he does.
He does. And I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna withhold that
And
one.
we're gonna withhold it.
I'm gonna kegel that.
Suck it back in. Anyway, but yeah, no, the men are jealous. Wait, so when you wrote the song, what inspired you?
Wow, Yvette, what a lovely question.
I do a formal interview.
Yeah, this is like a formal.
I'm like, I know you.
Full blown.
You're the person that knows me the most in the world. I'm like, so what inspired you?
I wrote this song, I don't know, like over a year and a half ago in LA with my co-writer Matt Hall and Davin Kingston. And I had this other song called Jaded. And so we sort of Frankensteined that song that I had written years ago and then put it together and rearranged it into something a little less jaded and more jealous. And I was thinking of one thing in particular that I had experienced, like being in a band originally, like in my hometown, and the nuances of that in like being a woman in a band of men, and the front.
And you were the lead singer.
Yeah, the front woman, the writer, like kind of running the show and not even doing it in the sense of like, I'm number one. It's like, no, I was like kind of managing as well. So like I had the hat.
You have to.
Yeah, I had to.
Well, because who else is gonna do it?
Who else was gonna do it? Anyways,
The boys.
Exactly.
No.
But I had, there was a lot of tension between me and the lead guitarist. And it came to my attention later on down the road. We did not get along because he admitted to being jealous. And
It's so crazy.
I was very surprised by that. I had no idea. I didn't think that, but it
Yeah.
made so much sense as to why he acted the way he did towards me.
Yeah.
And I thought we were like really good friends at one point. And then I was like, oh, damn, he's not showing up as like
Right.
a friend.
Because he like can't.
Correct. He could not stand me. That's why.
Yeah. Well, because you're like a mirror of him.
Perhaps. But that is that's what the song is about. It's about that situation, actually. People think it's about another situation, and I'm here to clear the air. But amongst that situation, I have been in past relationships that like, God damn, they cannot handle things. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey.
Can you give us an example?
Okay. One time I was going to my own birthday party with my best friend Sarah, and we had matching.
I love what men do, by the way. Sorry, I just know this is gonna be so good. Okay.
We had matching like suits on. Basically, we had matching. She had like a green like flowy suit on, and I had an orange flowy suit on, and we had these bras, these like bandeau white bras that were like peeking through.
Sure.
My ex-boyfriend had a temper tantrum when I walked out in front of my family. And he was like, are you wearing that? And I was like, by the way, we looked like Dumb and Dumber. Like that was the vibe we were going for. Do you
Right.
remember like the colored suits that they have on?
Yes.
That was our vibe. We just made it more like chic.
Yeah.
And my bra was out.
Yeah.
He didn't talk the whole Uber ride. And then we got into a fight at my birthday party.
Perfect.
And then he brought me to like far away from all my friends, and they all started taking pictures of us like fighting. And that's just an example of what a jealous baby does.
Well, yeah, jealous babies will show up to an event that's important to you and ruin your night.
Oh God, oh my God. I have another one about
Yeah,
it. Okay. Birthday.
It's always a birthday.
It's always a birthday.
It's always a birthday. Like men really will go out of their way to ruin your birthday.
Some men,
Some
for
men.
sure.
Well, so that's what I learned this year. I unlearned this year. I was like kind of, because me and my boyfriend had been dating for like 4 months when it was my birthday.
Wait, you have a boyfriend?
I have a boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Wait,
crazy.
you didn't know?
No, I had no idea.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I mentioned it because I have a boyfriend. But no, I was like fully like white. I was like, well, when we get to the birthday,
Right.
that will show me everything I need to know.
Yeah.
And he like made me a cake and was like polite. And I was like, wow, real men exist.
Making
he
you a
killed
cake
it.
too
He
is
killed it.
crazy.
Well, also you texted him and you were like, you got the cake.
I mean, I had to toss
you're
the baton over.
You're his boss.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, you got this? He's like, what? I'm like, babe, put your hat on tonight. It's your turn.
Yeah.
Put your card down, get the cake.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
And he did do all those
And he did
things.
all of it, of course.
And you had a gun in your bag and,
and
you
I
were like,
had a gun against his head.
you're
the
like,
whole
show the
time.
fuck up.
It's like when you're holding somebody hostage and you have the gun underneath, like.
Yeah, it was like
the
that.
back.
We all know it's there.
there.
We all know it's there. It doesn't need to be shown.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, sorry.
Sorry.
So yes, event, the other a birthday.
Oh, the other birthday event was. Wait, was this the same year? No, different. Oh, I guess he did ruin 2 birthdays. Now that I think of it, this was
Good.
the last birthday before I broke up with him.
Perfect.
And I had him. We went to dinner, just the 2 of us, and I had him take some pictures of me at dinner.
Good.
Because I felt pretty. And then he takes them. He's pretty reluctant to taking the photos, by the way. And he's like, and I'm like, hands me the phone. I'm looking at the photos. And then he gives out a big old fucking sigh. And he's like, do you need to be on your phone right now? And I was like, well, you did just take some photographs of me and I'm just looking at them. And turned it into this whole thing. I ended up shutting down and I was like, all right, well, now this sucks. Turns out we end up leaving really bad. The whole dinner was kind of ruined.
Totally.
End up leaving. We're fighting. We're fighting the whole time.
Good.
He's not seeing where I'm coming from. I'm not seeing where he's coming from because it's incorrect. And I get in the car. We're fighting so much. I considered like rolling out of the car.
Sure.
In fact, I almost did. We were at a red light and I got out of the car. And then he left me on the side of the road. So that was another birthday ruined by a jealous baby.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you learn from these jealous babies that like, okay, 1 and done. Maybe 2,
Yeah.
but 2 done.
And
after
you can't you can't extend too much sympathy, unfortunately. Like,
no, because it is weird though. They do manipulate you into thinking that you are doing something incorrect and
Right.
like, but it really is a them problem
It's a
that
them
you have
problem.
to take on.
Right. And they're making it seem like it's you. It's
Yeah.
like you're on your phone. What? Like this is normal behavior. Like,
Also,
and then
like it wasn't like, I don't know. But then one day I did like call him a pussy rat and left. So
that's my favorite thing that you've done.
I know.
But also like that's what I really like about you is that like I would never cross you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't want to experience like the wrath.
The verbal wrath that I can give.
Yeah, you will like go to town on someone, but like it takes you so far. Like you would have to really, really fuck up to like get to that point.
Oh,
you.
I'm always going to give people like chances. But I
Right.
think, yeah, the moment you like, it's not even more me to, I don't know. It's just I feel like I'm really good with my words when I like need to be.
Right. That's why you're a songwriter.
Oh, so true.
You're a poet.
Oh, I'm a poet.
So your current lover,
Yeah.
he's not
He's not a JB.
He's not a JB.
No, I would.
When did you like realize that he wasn't? Was there like a growing pain in that?
No. I mean, I guess I guess I mean, like, I'm never gonna be trustworthy of like anybody, but he's doing a really good job in like knocking those walls down.
Yeah.
But no, I think going into any sort of new thing, you're always weary of what they might bring to the table. But I mean, from the get, he's always been so supportive and, you know, trusting and confident in himself and
he's a
his
huge
work.
penis. So
Yeah. It's crazy that like what that does to people.
no, it does, and I hate to say that. And like, if you have a small one at home,
like keep it to yourself. It's
but that's fine.
But, like,
that's fine, and
yeah.
I don't care. But
No,
I'm
and we
saying
don't-
that men care a lot.
Yeah. And I guess I said I do too a little bit. You care. Well,
That's something that you like.
it's
You're
just,
allowed
it's
to,
just like something I consider.
and like, you know what? Same.
Like whoop-de fucking do. You know what I mean?
It's if you have like a nice
Blobe.
Okay,
a
sorry,
blorgabob.
Sorry, I want to be ripped open. Is that so much to ask?
Okay. Wait a second.
Hey,
Split open.
split me out.
Ever heard of Flat Stanley? Just split.
Split me. Is
Yeah.
it so crazy? Oh, I'm crazy for that.
I do like referring to like the anatomy of a man like with something crazy though. Not something crazy. I sound like a cringe girl. Like, oh, let's call it a pickle. But like, I'm not saying that. I'm like call it a smorgasbord. Call it a call it a curtain rod.
Your curtain rod.
Call it a
Well, we know what you call it. Your
Bigfoot.
boyfriend. We have a term for your boyfriend.
Which honestly is very hypocritical of what it is because it's not a tree trunk. We called it a tree trunk.
I call
at the
him
beginning.
tree trunk. I text you. I go, "How's tree trunk?" One time I FaceTimed you and I go, "How's tree trunk?" And he goes, "Aw." He was like, he goes, "Come on."
But you often think of a tree trunk as short and stout.
No, I'm thinking of it as like long. It's like extending into the sky.
He's going to be so petrified of this episode.
That's okay.
Talking
Deal with
about
it.
your Florgaborg.
And we're being complimentary, by the way. So grow up.
Grow up.
I don't have a name for my guys. I haven't really thought about
What
it.
about let me think.
You're a songwriter.
What about
you write haikus?
your big old muffin?
Muffin? No, muffin's vagina.
Oh, you know what? I almost
Baguette.
literally slipped. Oh, a baguette
That's his baguette.
with some prosciutto and mozzarella.
Big.
Euro summer coming in. Literally.
His Parisian baguette. Do you ever find yourself getting jealous of boys?
Of boys? Of guys?
Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Really?
I mean, let's think about this really quick, okay?
Okay.
I'm never jealous of like what a man does.
No, and men at large, no.
And it's not like my partner is very successful.
Right.
In the field that I want to be successful in.
Totally.
But there's never like a jealous bone in my body. If anything, it's just jealous of like regular girl things. Like, who is that girl? And what is she doing around us? That's
right.
It's like
and
that.
You're like, I'm jealous of her.
I'm jealous of her.
Does it cause you strife in your life, or are you able to manage it?
No, it's pretty manageable.
Yeah.
Having somebody like him, like it is very manageable. It's not like he's like, my nervous system is like going into full throttle when something insecure happens. It's also my thing to deal with. But
right.
I'm also not with somebody that like, one, instigates it, and two, ruins my life. So that's good.
It's crazy to not be having your life ruined.
Oh my God, I know.
I also think about how long I've spent in the dynamic of like a guy who hates me.
So give me an example of somebody who hated you.
Well, my first boyfriend when I was like 24.
And he was like 82.
He was like older than me and bald.
Yeah.
And which is fine. He also didn't have a job. So there was like
Couple things.
There were like a few things going on. I was at the start of my life, so I didn't really pay attention to those
You were a
things.
baby.
I was a literal baby. He was a figurative baby. He was
He was a jealous baby. Duh.
he was a jealous baby.
Yeah.
But he would call me and be like, "I hate you," and I'd be like, "Okay," and he'd be like, and I'd be like, "Well, okay, so I'm hearing you hate me," and then he'd go, "But no, I love you. I just need you to change everything about your personality." That was maybe less like jealousy 1-to-1, but he definitely wanted to like break my
He just
spirit.
like hated you. And
He
your
just
guts
hated me
and
in
your
general and like
whole
my soul.
personality.
Yeah.
That happens too. That's a different tier of a JB.
Yeah, it's like they
there's different tiers.
graduated into like, it's like, I don't think that girls.
That's like one step before they murder you, actually, I think.
You think?
Yeah. That.
Well, I got
I think
out of it. Well, then he dumped me in public at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And then I paid for the meal. And then I was like sobbing on the sidewalk with him. And then he goes, "Well, if you want to get back together at some point, I would consider that." And I was like, "You're breaking up with me now. What are you talking about?" And so then I was like, "Oh, he's like getting off on this. Like he like loves causing me
Yuck.
pain." And
Ew.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I don't know if we're just built different, but like I would never think to do anything like that.
Wouldn't that be like hard to do to somebody else?
I would say, yeah.
And then you're like, "Wait, what?" And I think I was so confused because he kept being like, "I love you." Instead, I was like, "Well, he loves me. He's just like hurt."
We have to really think about those things in therapy.
No, I know. And I'm through it. I don't think about that anymore. I know that that's bad.
I know.
And it's because of sort of like, the men in my family.
We're really getting into it today.
Not a single joke has been
I put my
made.
glasses on. Okay,
You're
lay
like,
down.
and how else does that make you feel? No, yeah, but even like male friends I've had, I've been like not able to share like wins with. Like, yeah,
Sorry, that was probably a lot.
tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really goes for anybody. Jealous baby can be a man, a woman, a they, a them, whoever.
Yeah.
It's just somebody who doesn't like you winning and doesn't root for you.
Right.
It really is that. It's just as simple as that. It's like I've had women who've done that to me as well. And I've had friends, I've had whatever. Yeah. It's just like, what are we doing?
No, yeah. Well, I had a friendship that I lost. I think it got like competitive. Girl.
Yeah.
Well, because we had that like super intense friendship that then like falls out.
Yeah, it was like you love bombed each other.
We love bombed out of each other, and then
it happens.
And it's crazy, but then you grow and you learn. And
sorry, I bumped the out of my knee on the train yesterday. Look at my bruise. See it?
That's bad.
It hurts.
Oh my God. But anyway, I think it's like a rite of passage for like young women, because otherwise like you have to like experience it to know what it is. Like I don't know like
it's a rite of passage.
And even like one of our friends just went through a breakup, and she had a bit of that.
Oh, a J Babes,
a big J Babes.
Yeah, no, it was.
And he ruined her birthday.
It was remarkable how that was the blueprint of everything
like
we
everything
talked
discussed.
about.
Yeah, and like just turning everything back on her as we have been experiencing.
You got to go through it. You do. You got to face it to get through it.
And you also have to know that these boys will not change. They will not.
I mean, you would hope. Maybe you're the guinea pig. I think like a lot of the time, like you like being the woman on that side of things, like perhaps you are the guinea pig, and they get it all out on you, and they experience and experiment on you,
right?
Like a lab rat. But
and then they learn,
because they lose you.
Right. Yeah, because they do think that they love you even if they don't.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Really?
I don't know. I actually really haven't thought of it. Like, I really haven't thought much about like what they're thinking. All I know is that they're not doing the thing that I need them to do. So I'm going to go.
Right. And then you're just like, I'm out.
Yeah. I think also putting the time into trying to figure it out is pretty useless.
Okay. So that's where we differ.
I know.
I will
No,
spend.
don't waste the time.
No, I know, and I shouldn't, and I'm done, and I'm never going to do it again. But I did at one time
I know.
really like spend my whole life being like, well, what's he thinking?
I know.
And why is he acting like this?
I mean,
But
it's
also when
easy
someone's-
to get there.
Yeah, because when someone's like sending you mixed signals also, then you're like, well, I want to figure out this puzzle. But really, you don't need to.
You know what's so funny? I hate puzzles.
Really?
Can't do it. You just put a puzzle. I'll literally go the other way. I'll walk out. Don't put games in front of me and tell me like the rules.
Okay, talking about the rules of a game is like the worst thing that can happen to a person.
Literally.
I hate that.
What'd you almost say?
I hate games.
Yeah.
Games. I hate
It's
games.
still June, babe.
I can say it. No. No.
She's like, I had that one night.
I kissed a girl once. I can say it. Anyway. Well, I'm so excited for your album. EP.
Thank you.
Can I
Thank
call
you.
it an album or that's incorrect?
It's technically an EP.
It's like
but
literally
thank
an
you.
EP. How many songs are on it?
6. Yeah, 6 tracks. And it took me, I don't know, over a year and a half to record, write, produce.
Yeah.
I wrote it and produced it in Nashville with my producer, Luke Nikolai.
Shout
Love ya.
out.
Love
Shout
ya.
out, Luke.
What?
Okay, the song that took me off guard
Okay.
at your album, your EP release,
Yeah.
was How to Be Lovers.
Puke.
Did you see me? I was crying.
No, I didn't
I was
see
standing
you.
in the front and I was trying to not cry because I was like, I'm standing so close to you. I don't want to distract you. But I was fully like,
Oh. That's a tough song. It really is.
why did it bring me to tears?
Because I think you know that all of it was true.
Well,
And
that's also
you were right there next to me while I was going through it and
the crazy
writing it.
the crazy thing about like experiencing your music is that I know how much pain is behind it.
It's so cool because friends and family can be really like parallel to the process and within the process of
Yeah.
all of the pain and all of the writing as well. And then it is cool. I think being on your side of things and watching it all unfold is probably a very I don't know.
It's like
interesting-
gratifying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting, but it's also like I get to have the catharsis with you. Where
Yeah.
it's like I was there when all this stuff was happening. I know all the nitty-gritty details. I know about like all of it. And then you get to like tie it up into a bow and make it into like a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful thing. I said something on TikTok where like you can turn pain into like a cupcake. And it's funny because you take all the ingredients of like all this hurt and then you like throw it in the oven and something pretty comes out and something tastes really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what art can bring in all mediums. Like it can be music, it can be comedy, it can be painting, whatever it is. But it is such a beautiful process to be able to go through and be able to do and then share. And then you're like, here, have a cupcake, eat it. But yeah, I think How to Be Lovers, it's like one of those songs, man. I just played it upstate at this event, and that was the song. People were like, hey, what's up? Why'd you write that one? And I was like,
Why'd
I
you
know.
rip me in half?
I'm sorry. But
Wait, can you tell us what it's about for the listeners at home?
How to Be Lovers. How to Be Lovers is about a night when it's about one night when you reconnect with an ex and everything feels ignorantly blissful and you are going through it thinking like, oh my God, maybe we can get back together. And it's this like comfort and anxiety and all of these mixed emotions kind of shoved into one night of fake bliss.
Right.
And I think we've all had that. I think everybody has broken up and then had a night or had a couple of weeks with their ex and thinking, oh my God, okay, like we had some time, now we're good. And then it ends with, you know, it didn't work out. And
Right.
that's a good thing, of course. But having that night is a really intimate thing that we've, I think, all gone through. So,
Yeah.
God. And everything in that song happened, like every single detail, which is stupid.
But that's what makes writing so much stronger is like when you get really specific, and then it's like, because it's such a universal experience, like hearing the specifics of it almost make it more relatable.
Yeah.
And like profound.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird being out of it now. And then being like, oh shit.
Yeah, like
Why did that happen?
No, like what's your perspective on the whole thing now? Because like the album was pretty much about one guy.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Not entirely, but
yeah.
Mostly.
What's my perspective out of that now?
Yeah, like now that you've like done all this work and you have all this distance and you've like made something, you made your cupcake.
I baked it.
And it's so delish.
There you go. Strawberry filling. I think, I don't know. I feel like there's not much feeling there anymore. I think like I really poured it all into that, and I think there were so many different emotions happening during the entire process of making this record. And a lot of it at first was, of course, like sad, and then anger, and then denial, and then all of it again.
Right.
There was a lot of like grieving what could have been with that relationship, and now where I am, it's just like, God, why did that even happen? Like, why did
I know?
You know, like,
isn't that so crazy to think about? You're always like, well, what even was that?
What was that? It was a blip. If you really think about it too, that whole situation was such a blip in my life. And I think I don't know. I never want to talk bad about that part of my life.
Right.
I think I really got it all out there with the record. But I think there were so many questions that I had, and I was confused. And so you went from like sad, anger, denial to confusion to like being out of it now and being like, okay, well, that's okay.
It just is what it is.
It is. And like, I think it served its purpose. And
I think it got you to where you are now. Like that was like an important step for you to like then be in like this amazing, beautiful, healthy relationship you are now.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is also something that's under discussed, which is that like you kind of have to be in a romantic situation with the worst person you've ever met to then like get to like your soulmate.
And I feel like, but I will say, you know, my whole thing is like, I never want to bash that person. I think he had things that were completely out of his control, and it was just timing. And it was reckless decisions to start with that relationship.
And to be fair, like for a good, like there were a lot of reasons. And with my thing too, there were like a lot of reasons.
Of course.
And that's also why you're like, okay, but like he has so many reasons for why this is going on, so I'm going to sacrifice myself.
Yeah. And I think like, I don't know. I just think, you know, I don't know. It's just like, you never want to like bash that person. I was not great in that relationship too. Like I was like kind of the worst version of myself, I would say.
Right.
In a lot of ways. I was so inside of my head.
Yeah.
No, you were. And you were. But like my nervous system.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I did not know how to fucking do anything.
Yeah.
So no, it feels really good to have it be shared with everybody else now. And like, hopefully it can, I don't know.
Yeah.
Make other people feel somewhat seen.
Can I tell you about my how to be lovers moment?
Yeah.
I had
Everyone has one.
Everyone has one, yeah. I had because I had this like super short relationship that was just like super love bomby, and then like with like a little rat who I would say to his face. I say it with love, like with love and light.
Don't look at this. But I'm gonna draw a letter.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. I didn't know which one. I don't know.
No, and it could be any of them really, but yeah, and like cuz we like would see each other around and we're still friendly. Like I have truly no ill will.
I know this story. Yes.
Did I tell you this story?
I love this story. Keep going.
Wait, I wonder if you're thinking of the same story cuz maybe you have a better story. So we were like on a show together. Sorry, he's a comedian. And we
Shocker.
and we were kind of flirting, and we were both like single, like newly single or something, because it was like a year after we'd broken up. And like he sees me and he's like, "You look really good." And I was like, "Yeah, I bet you think that, you fucking freak." And then there's like a bar next door with like music, and he texts me. He like leaves the club that we were at, and he texts me and he goes, "I'm next door." And I literally ran. I go, "Okay." I just run into, he's sitting there with like alone with a beer. I sit down next to him. We start making out. I was just like, whatever. And I'm
It's
kind
that
of
moment.
I'm like mad at him, by the way. Like still somehow, because he was just like annoying and like immature in our relationship. And like it was so not a big deal, but it was just like whatever. I don't know. And so then we like started making out because it was just like fine. And then because I really have no ill will. So like I still like him. I think he's a perfectly fine person. He's hilarious in body and soul, like, and away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Over there,
love and light.
awesome.
But but yeah, and then we start like doing sort of like a closure convo, and we like actually, I was like, "What even happened?" And he was like, because he like kind of did that thing where he like love bombed the shit out of me and then turned. And so it was just very like tough for my nervous system, because I was just like, well, why did you just like leave? Like, what was that? Because we were like tracking in a certain way, and then it just, no explanation, just over.
Bye. Peace.
And he was like, he literally goes, "You were on a rocket ship and you were like heading to this like thing of like success, and I didn't want to get in the way of that," which I think is a little bit of like a line.
Cop out.
A
little bit of a cop out. But it's also, it does show like
he had
sometimes
the
they just don't have the capacity.
Yeah. And I think there were like a million reasons why we weren't right for each other. And I am glad for that. But it was just sort of interesting to hear him like say that. And he was like, yeah, just like, but he had also just gotten out of a relationship and then just rebounded to me. And I was just like the first, it was just one of those classics.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And so I was just fully his rebound. And then I think he explains it to himself by being like, well, she's just so much better than me. And she, you know, whatever, which is a cop out, but whatever, fine. It was like nice to hear him think that I'm successful.
See, that's nice.
Sure.
That's good.
And then we made out for a while. And then, we walked out of the bar together, and he was like, "Can I come over?" And I said, "No." And then I walked away, and I didn't look back.
So sick.
The most powerful thing a girl
Credits,
can do.
ending credits. Literally.
Yeah. And I was like, "How to be lovers" played.
Boom. I love that.
Yeah, it's kind of a good one.
That's empowering. That's better than my story.
Wait, what was the one that you thought I was going to say? Because it was definitely
it was that one.
It was that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there was another one with the guy after that where it was like not that. It was like a crash it out.
No, I don't think. Yeah. That's a great one.
This was a perfect tie a bow.
Yeah.
I didn't get that with my most recent non-ex.
I mean, I didn't either, but like, that's how to be lovers.
That's how to be lovers. It's a little bit open.
It is. But
do you get back together with people? Have you done that? Well, you've sort of did that, but no.
No, but I didn't.
But you didn't.
No.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
And that's really powerful.
Have I gotten back to, I've gotten back to, no. Wait a second. Oh, when I was like in high school.
Oh. When you were Troy Polamalu?
When I was Troy Polamalu. Yeah. Oh my God. People used to make fun of me in high school and in middle school because I have really curly hair, and people would compare. And you should do
we're gonna need a side by side. We're gonna need an insert, Jesse,
of Troy Polamalu, and then me at like 14, and all the boys were like, "Troy Polamalu."
That's such a good insult.
And I was like, he's a beautiful Polynesian man. Like, thank you. And he did like a Head and Shoulders campaign. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And guess what? You're 5'8" from Boston. What are you doing, bubble gut?
My type.
I know. Yeah, you would love Boston.
I literally almost threatened when you described what Boston men are like to me. I was like foaming at the mouth. I was like, "Can I go?"
And then
I was like, "The homeland."
And then that's like the most threatening place for me.
Yeah, and you like, I hate that. You would never. But that's not your type, romantic style either. You love a carabiner. Your type in a nutshell is carabiner. And I think that's so beautiful.
And tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos, carabiner. But what's my type? Because I feel like it's different now.
Well, now it's different.
Yeah, it's just like whoever's
Nice to you.
nice to me now.
Good.
It used to
Good
be whoever was mean to me.
I'm glad we grew out of that.
Ugh.
I don't like that.
I think we were just like scratching an itch.
Oh, well, I didn't do that.
I did that.
You did that.
I said we as in like royal we, but it was about me. And I was doing that and it was not good.
I know. I'm really glad I came into your life when I did.
You kind of healed me. You were like, no, stop. And
I was just like,
oh.
This is like a bad person.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, really? I just didn't know that existed.
Well,
it is also scary telling people about like who I used to have in my life because I'm like, I was like in danger.
Yeah, you were being like hunted.
Yeah. And I was like, that's fine.
I know.
And I'm not that way anymore.
Good.
Because I take red flags seriously.
And you should.
And trust your gut.
Trust that thing.
Can we talk about something that I recently thought of?
Okay.
Okay, something that I work on in therapy is feelings aren't facts.
That's true.
Which is true. And it's very helpful to know.
Yep.
Here's another one. Trust your gut.
Always.
Those things are at odds with one another, are they not?
Yeah. But I think that there's intuition, and intuition isn't always a fact either, but like there's something deeper about intuition than a feeling. Does that make sense?
No.
I think there's something spiritual about intuition.
Okay.
And
So you're saying
think a feeling is spiritual.
Right. A feeling is not spiritual.
No.
Your gut is spiritual? No. Visceral?
I think it can be.
Yeah.
I think there's like a physical reaction to things that happens within you that is not just a feeling. Like I have a literal reaction. Like, dude, I came back from upstate.
Yeah.
I felt like energy was on me. I had to sage myself. I dead ass did that.
Did you? You
Yeah.
did that alone in your home?
I came home. I was like, there's something off with like.
Wait, how do you
me.
sage yourself? You just go like that?
Yeah, I light it up. I open a window. I open the door.
You
and
sprinkle
I'm just
yourself
like,
a sage, you light it on.
get off of me. And then
You threw it away. And you feel better?
I feel so much better. I slept it off too.
Yeah. Well, you're really woo-woo. You love that stuff.
I know.
But you don't have crystals, though. That's where you draw the line?
I do have crystals.
Okay, never mind.
They're just in my bedroom. People don't see it.
They're like, I have crystals, so I don't make a big deal out of it, though.
But no, I feel, I mean, maybe two of the same thing. It's a feeling, it's an intuition, whatever. But I think the most important part about it all is that you trust those feelings.
Sure.
And whether they're factual or not,
Yeah.
they will come out in truth at some point, whether you were wrong or that person was wrong.
So, like, if you feel something's off,
You're probably
you're
right.
probably right.
Yeah.
Even if the thing you're feeling might be wrong, but the overarching umbrella is that it's right?
I would say.
Okay.
From a witch.
You're a witch. You are a witch. You're such a witch that, like, I introduce you to people that I have just met that I'm like, to get your opinion on them. Because
Yeah.
I don't trust myself with that as much as I trust you. Because you have a really, really good grasp of, like,
It's just the trauma. It's honestly just the trauma.
it really hones the antenna.
But it does. It's great. It's a really great gift to have, I will say.
That part, yeah.
You can I can look at somebody in the face and be like,
And be like, no. Yeah.
oh, you're bad.
Yeah.
You're
One
tainted.
time you met someone in my life and you go, they have a dark energy. And I was like,
I've met like a couple of people in my life, like alone, and I'm like, the aura is tainted. And somebody's like, no, they're wicked nice. What are you talking about? And then it comes out like later down the line that
Yeah.
they've done some evil shit.
have you ever been wrong about someone, like, in recent?
Not really.
I feel like you wouldn't be. I'd be shocked to my core if you were like, I was wrong.
And I'm not trying to be cocky about it.
No, I
but
think
like,
you're just
I don't think, I really will say it all like unfolds on its own
Yeah.
eventually, especially with like my perception of them. Like whether it happens like right there or like 6 months to 10 months down the line, it does happen.
Is it frustrating for you to watch me make mistakes when you're like, I know that this person sucks?
Yeah, when you were doing that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was with like people in general, not just like relationships.
Right. And you were kind of gently saying that to me. And I was like,
I know.
and then you were like,
I know. I do it to Jeff too, and I'm like, Jeff, that's not.
that's
and
not
he's
your
like,
person.
what? See the good in everything. I'm like,
Do you think I'm doing that now?
what?
Do you have any people that you're like,
No.
okay.
I would. I'm gonna always say it too.
Okay. It's just
My
because you've
whole
been
thing-
traveling a lot.
No, I know.
So it's like,
No, I know. My whole thing is that though, like, I'm never gonna withhold that information.
no, yeah, that's true.
It's kind of a little thing. The South is very they hold things in and then they talk shit, and then I'm like, what's up? What's
Yeah.
going on? And they're
then
like, what? Going back and forth from New York to Nashville is like very interesting culturally.
Well, do you want to play a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
I think you're
Is
going to
it
be
like a board game
so
or
good
like
at
a
this game.
puzzle?
No, I know, and you just said you hated games, but this is different.
Am I
It's
gonna have
called-
to do like math?
No.
Okay.
This is called Notes App Roulette.
Oh my fucking god. Shit.
So what you do
Shite.
is you open your Notes app, and then we have to scroll until I say stop. And then you
Okay.
have to read whatever it is. Or if it's literally like your blood type and your social security number, you can just tell us.
Okay. I mean,
what
I
that
think
is,
a
but
lot of this is
read
just
it.
gonna be like work related.
And you know what?
Okay.
We're about to find out.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Scroll, 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 stop. What you got?
It's just an idea for a song.
Oh,
It's just egocentric villain. Run, it's a love bomb. It's kind of fitting for the
that's
episode
honestly
right now.
really good. Run, it's a love bomb.
Egocentric villain, run, it's a love bomb.
I love that.
Yeah,
Keep that.
got it. It's a simple threat. The label warning's red. I guess I'll lose my head.
When you wrote that, did you have like music as well, or were you just like, these are lyrics?
I think these were just like lyrics. Wait, what is this? What the heck is that? Oh. Yeah, a lot of these are just like song ideas.
Okay. That's cool.
Christmas gifts, recipes,
I mean, that's
Dyson edits, notes. I don't know. It's all lyrics usually. What is yours? Can I do it for you? 3, 2, 1, go.
why.
Oh, you did it?
I selected it when you selected it.
Shit.
Fuck. Dang it.
Okay, what is it?
It's from August 6th, 2024 at 1 p.m.
Oh, I didn't give the date.
Latest London Rex. And it's just all of the comedy clubs and names of people to hit up in London.
Okay, I think we need to do it again.
Okay, we'll do it again. Maybe I can also go in my joke note.
I'm going to start again.
gonna
You
see if
tell me when
that's-
to stop.
Okay, ready? Go, go. Scroll, 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 stop.
This one's dumb again.
Mine says the Knicks cured male loneliness and also happy pride.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Mine says to do, clean apartment, Essie edits, post Samsung, put together and edit. It's fucking boring.
No,
one
it's
more.
good. Okay, one more.
One more.
Scroll, 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 stop.
It's this fucking song.
What's the song?
It's called Small Hunch. I wrote this in Nashville with Ricky Manny and Nate Miles, and I actually love this song, and I have a demo for it, but like I haven't done anything with it.
What is it? Read a line.
I've got 1,000 places to see before I die. I'm wrapped up so in love with myself and I've got it all mapped out, alone and satisfied. I'm swept heels over head in a brown-eyed landslide.
What's it about?
It's about taking the leap of faith with somebody that like you're scared of and like having a small hunch that it actually might work out.
Scariest thing you can do.
Scary.
It's so much scarier to date someone that actually you could end up with.
Dude, tell me about it.
It's fucked up.
Tell me
It's fucked up. I'm shaking.
I was hoping like I stumbled upon baby names or like a joke.
That's a good one. I liked hearing that.
Okay, good. I'm glad you liked hearing it.
Anyway, this is a set list from May 11th, 2023.
Oh my God.
At the Tiny Cupboard. It says Tiny at the top, so I'm assuming that's Tiny Cupboard. Hell Yeah Brother, Girls Lunch, Close with My Parents, Teacher's Pet, Bullied, Gay, Thirst Traps, Dads Know Nothing About You, Text from My Dad, Trail of Lifeless.
What's Trail of Lifeless?
It was my dad once told me that I don't have ex-boyfriends, I have a trail of lifeless bodies.
Oh, that's right. I did know that one.
He did tell me that to my face.
There was a TikTok I've been meaning to tell you about.
Oh my God.
And like we can edit around this because I just want to
The things that you send me on TikTok are
find it.
Unreal.
No, we can't. I can't go down TikTok hole.
No, we can't.
I can't.
I was just hoping for like a fart video, but
I know. I haven't run into any.
I know.
I did go to Fartcella though. It was really fun. No, let me do a better one.
That's like
Wait. No.
it's pretty good.
Wait. Let me try this.
Are you gonna
Some more farts. Fartcella. I like that one.
I think the biggest difference between us is that you like farts. And I don't.
It's amazing.
But I like that you like farts, so then it's infectious to me.
It's an easy apple grab.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Low hanging.
Just grab
fruit.
it.
Just take it. Just do it. Just fart.
Yeah. Let it out.
Anyway, Fia James. This has been a treat.
It's been nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
It really has.
Because RIP to our old pod. I know. We kind of ran it back today.
We did. In a new space.
In a new space, a new energy, a new vibe.
New farts.
New farts.
Yeah. Totally.
Anyway, so what can we look out for, like, for you? What do we need to be aware of coming up?
I have a show at Rockaway Beach, July 16th. I'm
What?
opening up for Stephen Day.
Oh my God.
If you're in the area, come through. My EP just came out, Spotless State of Mind. So if you haven't heard it, I would go ahead and listen to that.
Go listen to it. It's incredible.
I have also been listening to the Olivia Rodrigo album.
Shattered me in pieces. The Cure literally changed my whole life.
Shit. Dude, cigarette smoke.
Fuck you. Fuck you,
yeah.
Olivia.
Yeah.
With love.
Olivia, you gotta know.
You know that thing online where people are like, put down the guitar for her? What do they say? It's like,
Yeah, put it down, babe.
yeah, they're like, she's killing me with her guitar. I forget what it is, but it's like, put the guitar down. That's how I feel, but it really read my soul, and it was.
It did. And then, yeah, just going to be playing shows hopefully in the fall. And
Can I say one more thing about cigarette smoke?
okay.
Because also she doesn't say, like, she says, I regret you. She doesn't say, I don't regret it. It's like, I feel like that's what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to be like, I don't regret the time I spent with you because we had love and whatever. And she literally goes, I regret you.
And she goes, give me back my time. And I'll give you back your heart. Puke in my throat.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
How dare you?
God, I got to write something like that.
Oh my God. You have and you will.
Whatever. Okay, Olivia.
Anyway.
Well, thanks for having me, Yvette.
Thanks for coming on.
It's a good spot.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Okay. We've always said that.
We've always said that.
And that was our episode with the incredible Fia James. That was so much fun. I'm so glad you guys came here. I feel like I grew as a person in the hour of the podcast. And if you guys want to see me on tour, please do. I'm going to be all over Europe this summer. And then I have a bunch of dates in the fall. I'm going to be going to the South. I'm going to be going to North Carolina, I think. I'm going to be in Atlanta. I'm going to be in Austin. I'm going to be in Portland, Vancouver, Seattle. It's going to be electric. It's going to be insane. And I think I'm forgetting a billion, but just look at my website, YvetteSegan.com, and you'll see when I'm going to be there. And I love you so much. And we'll see you next week on The Yvette Show. Mwah.
Not me, though.